Hello viewers, in last video we learned about what is a latex command, what is a latex environment and what are the different types of environments and the structure of a latex document. So in this video we will write our first latex document. So let us start. So to write this document I will be using the Overleaf latex editor, which is an online editor and it is free to use. It is a very powerful editor. So just go to the Google and write Overleaf. Since I already have an account with Overleaf, so it will directly log me in. It is a very easy few steps procedure. You can just create an account with the Overleaf and log into it and directly start writing your documents. So this shows me an error because there is nothing here in the text file. So whenever processing an input file, LaTeX needs to know the type of document which the author wants to create. So this is specified by the \document class command, and it is highly recommended that you put this command at the very beginning of your latex file. So we write this command. So the backslash indicates that this is a command, and document class, and then we give this argument article. So what has happened here is that this backslash tells LaTeX that the word following to this backslash is a command. So this document class is considered as a command for LaTeX, and the curly braces shows that it needs some parameters. So in this case we gave the document class as article. So there are many other document classes, uh, like the books, the reports, the presentations, and there are hundreds of the classes which are available on the internet. So what is a class? It is just a template, a basic structure which is followed by the latex to create your document. So here we have chosen the article class, which is suitable for smaller documents. In the last video, if you remember, we talked about the optional arguments. So here we will also introduce those optional arguments. So as per the syntax of the optional arguments, we just give the optional arguments in the square brackets, and we say we want to print this article on A4 paper uh, with a font of 12 point. So if we do not provide any optional argument, so it will, for example, if we talk about the fonts, it will automatically by default pick up the 10 font size for the complete article which we are going to write. And as you can see, as we discussed previously, that the optional arguments are given in a pair, exactly one pair of the square brackets, and they are separated by the comma. And now this command actually starts the preamble section of your document. So now we actually start the body of your document. So the command to start the body of your document is backslash begin begin the document and end the document. So the thing which is in these curly brackets is the name of the environment, and this is the actual place where you are going to write all the contents of your report. So this command, it actually marks the end of the preamble section, and this command actually the end document command marks the end of the document. Anything after uh, this command is ignored by the LaTeX and not printed, and you cannot view it in the viewer. So next, we want to give a title to our document, and then we want to write the name of the author for this document, and we want to write the date on which this document was written. So the command for the title is title, and then my first document, and we give author's name, as technology run, and then we give date. So there are two ways of mentioning the date. First is that you can write the today command. So like today command will pick up the system's date and will print the today's date, the actual today's date, always on your document. So the command starts with backslash today, and then now we want to make these three things as titles so that it is nicely displayed in your actual document, which you will be able to see in the viewer as well. So we just say make title. So this is a type of command which does not have any argument, as we studied the types of commands, three types of commands in the previous video. So this is amongst a type of command which doesn't have any argument. So just let us compile and see what is happening here. So these commands, like you just notice that like this command has not been displayed in the viewer, neither this command. So all the tags or commands are just to tell LaTeX what to do with the contents or the arguments of that command. So till now we can see that anything which is between the begin and the end of the document's body is displayed in the viewer by the LaTeX. So anything which is in the preamble section is just for the processing of LaTeX and is not displayed in the viewer. So anything which you want to display in the viewer, you should write that thing in the begin document and the end document command. Now after this we want to write the first heading of our article. For example, we want to write the introduction. So we say backslash section, and then in section introduction, and then in introduction you want to say this is my first document. It has a title, the author's name, and the date. So let us compile this and see what we can view in the viewer. So there you go. So you notice that this is the start of your first paragraph, and normally the paragraphs are indented by the LaTeX, but this paragraph is not intended because it is following the main heading. So any paragraph in LaTeX which is following the main heading is not indented. So by this point You have successfully created your first LaTeX document. So now we will just see two more things. First is the comments, which play a very important role to provide the notes in the document. So what are the comments like? The comments in LaTeX, they are represented by the percent sign, like this sign. So anything which will follow this percent sign till the end of line will be ignored by the latex and it will not be printed out. So there are different purposes of the comments. For example, if someone new reads the text file, he can make out what all is happening in the text file just by reading the notes or comments. So as we discussed that anything which will be following this percent sign will be ignored by the latex. For example, we just type this is my first program and we compile it, and there is nothing you can view in the viewer. So you must be thinking like this is, since this is outside the main body of the text, that's why it is not being printed. So we can just bring it out here in the main body of your document and just try to compile this and just see still it is not printed. So another thing which I want to discuss in this video is about the spaces, that is how LaTeX treats multiple spaces or one spaces. So basic is that the LaTeX treats multiple spaces just as one space. Similarly, a single line break is considered the same as space by the LaTeX. For example, uh, in our program, we write, we want to test the effect of spaces and we observe that now you see there are a lot of spaces in my text, and if I compile this one, so what I get is, so you see the, the LaTeX ignored all the spaces and it printed out everything as usual as it can be seen in the viewer. So, so another thing which you can observe from this displayed text is that the LaTeX moved this line uh, one tab ahead. So it means that LaTeX displayed it as a next paragraph. So why did it happen? So can you observe a blank line here? So the blank line denotes the end of a paragraph. One or more blank lines are treated similarly by the LaTeX. For example, if I create more blank lines and we observe the output, so it remains the same. And if we remove all the blank lines and then we see the impact, you just see like this was the end of this line and there was a comment and there was no blank line between these two lines and these three lines. So once there was no blank line between the written text, so LaTeX considered it as a single paragraph and displayed it as a single paragraph. So just to summarize, what I said is that the spaces and a single line break separate words. So this is a single line break. So from here to here, here is a single line break. So the single line break is treated as a space by the LaTeX. So like the space and a single line break separate words, while the empty lines, this is an empty line. separates paragraph. So now you can see is that this is the next paragraph. So it means that if you want to write the text in the next paragraph, you got to give a blank line before that paragraph. Then the LaTeX will display it in the next paragraph. So with this, viewers, I end this video. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. See you next time with a new video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.